colours are stunning, and I can't see any bubbles either. There may be one or two, but that's about it. Hiya, it's Wendy here again from Toonpish Crafts, and I hope you're doing okay. Today I'm going to have a go at technique using a mould rather than saran wrap or cling film, which a lot of people are using these days to get the crunch type effect or the ripple effect in resin. Now, I saw these moulds on Amazon, and I will link them down below, and they've got their own kind of crunch type design already. So I thought, well, you know what? Let's have a go at that. Let's see what we can come up with. There's 4 different designs with 4 different coasters. They seem quite shiny. They seem quite sturdy, and they've got their own little coaster holder mould as well. And I thought, you know, let's have a go at this one. So I'm going to be using the Vista Resin chameleon flakes, which are the intense colour set. Bought these from Amazon, and I've used them in previous projects, and I really love the colours. So I'm randomly picking out the colours from the box to put on the individual moulds, and then realised that I actually have 5, and I do have a base as well, so the last one's going to go on the base. So the first colour I'm using is the lime, and I forget to show you the bottle in the beginning, but I do show you at the end. So the second colour I'm using is violet, and I'm using the same brush throughout here. I just clean it in between by wiping it basically across a silicone mat several times, and then using a baby wipe just to go over the top. I always work on a big silicone mat. It's a kitchen mat. It's not designed for resin, but it's silicone and it works beautifully. So I'm finding the easiest thing to do here is to pour the flakes into the mould and then spread them around. It's a lot quicker than trying to get them out individually with the brush. And I always try to speed things up with easy options or easy ways of doing things, and this worked well. Now, chameleon flakes are very static and they do float around in the air, so I have my respirator on because I don't want to be breathing in this stuff. You can never be too careful with your own health, I think. So on to the third one, and this one is the blue. Chameleon flakes do work so much better on uneven surfaces. You can see the colour changes right in front of your eyes. You don't have to keep moving them around. They are beautiful. So the last one of the set is green. Now, I'm not keen on green. I don't like green as a colour usually, but this has a particularly shimmery red or pink to it, and I think it's lovely. So with the base, I'm going to be using the fuchsia, which is the last one of the set. It's a gorgeous goldy colour actually. Now, I am aware that the base will probably be upside down when I turn it out. That's the way these moulds work. And although I'm not 100% sure because I've not done this before, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be upside down. So we'll deal with that when I get to it. So they're all dusted with the flakes and they're ready for the resin. Now I'm going to be using Vista Cascade, but I'm using the Turbo Part B, which means that it will cure a lot faster. Perfect. I'm also using the Vista Colours, which is their black, and it's a liquid colour which is opaque and very vibrant, and it's very easy to mix as well. And I just keep adding a little bit of black at a time until I'm happy with the opacity of the colour. Now you may be thinking, why am I using black behind these stunning colours? It actually shows off these colours a lot better than any other colour. Check out the video I've linked in the corner of the screen to see the different colours being tried as back colours. Now I'm not going to be using a silicone tool or a micro brush to get rid of the bubbles in these. and there's not really right angles either. What I am going to be doing is pouring the resin in one place and pouring it really slowly. So this is completely sped up, it's quite fast, but you'll see that the resin will run into each of the little compartments, and that should negate any bubbles. So I'm going really slowly with each of the moulds. I've not used the silicone tool anywhere in the moulds, I've not used a micro brush anywhere in the moulds. Literally, I'm just pouring it extremely slowly. That's the strategy I'm using. So we have the usual squirt of isopropyl alcohol, and then I leave it to cure. Now, although I didn't need to, I did actually leave it overnight because I run out of time at the end of the day for me to do anything. So this is the following day. Colours are stunning, and I can't see any bubbles either. There may be one or two, but that's about it. I think they've come out really well. These moulds are really nice. Each design of coaster is so different from the previous one. You could do a whole set of one of the designs and then a whole set of another one of the designs. I think they're beautiful, don't you? Which design do you think is your favourite? Or which colour would go with which design? I just randomly put the colours down. How would you do it? I think the blue is my favourite, but the green has got quite a lot of red in it, and I really like that one too. It's quite vibrant colour. Not so sure about the lime, that is more green than blue, but it's still lovely. So demoulding the base was a little bit difficult because of the centerpieces, but it came out perfectly fine. And I'm showing you how it has to turn up the other way. It has to go upside down from the mould, if you see what I mean. So the top that you can see, the black, is actually the top. So to save time, I'm going to be using UV resin. It's a bit controversial to put UV resin on top of epoxy resin, and if I'd had more time I would have sanded properly before I put the UV resin on. But this UV resin goes extremely hard, so I thought it would be easy to use, quick to use and simple to use. And I want to put the flakes on top. Now you can't put flakes on a shiny surface because they won't stick. So the plan is to partially cure the UV resin so that it's still sticky, and then put the flakes on top of that. You could also use tacky glue to do the same thing. Again, it's best to sand first so that it has a grip. And because there's no mould, you can use a torch to get rid of the bubbles. So a minute later, the resin is still sticky but cured, so I'm going to be putting the chameleon flakes on top of the sticky UV resin. And I don't just want to use one colour when I can use all 5. That'll match into the set really nicely. So I'm just blending the next colour in with the first, going over it slightly and hopefully blending it in a little so that I've got all 5 colours on there, each with its own section, if you like. So once that's done, I then need to seal it all in again. Now I could use 2-part epoxy resin for this, but again time was against me, so I used UV resin. Everything that I use in this project I will link in the description box below. And again I'm using a paintbrush just to ease the resin into each area so that it's nice and flat. And I will use a torch to get rid of the bubbles and a UV lamp to cure it completely. love the results. Now I know I say that a lot, I really do say that a lot, but I do think these are gorgeous moulds. They're easy to get hold of and they're easy to use. And because I poured them so slowly, there's no bubbles in there. Well, I can't see any. I mean, there may be a couple of micro bubbles, but I can't see them at all. I love the designs. I mean, the flakes are gorgeous anyway. You know that, right? Chameleon flakes are stunning. But look at the designs of those coasters. They are gorgeous and they do work. Even though they're not flat, they do work with cups on them. I haven't had a cup fall off of these. So, you know, they do work. Now, as for the base, you saw me put UV resin on top of epoxy resin. It's not a great ideal situation, but I wanted to put the flakes on top of the epoxy resin. Now really I should have sanded that first before I put any UV resin on, but I was in a hurry. You know what it's like, you want to get things done. But this UV resin that I use is particularly hard and I don't think that's going to come off at all. In fact, I might do an experiment in the next couple of videos using UV resin on top of epoxy resin to see if I can get it to chip off, because a lot of people don't like doing it because they say it separates. I would say that some do and some don't, and I don't think this one does. However, it's not the ideal situation, but I still got it to work beautifully. I love the colours. Yeah, it's a great set of moulds and flakes, so chameleon flakes, they're just my favourite. Anyway, thanks for watching this one. I hope you've had a great Christmas. Have a happy new year and I'll see you in January. Bye for now.